It seems that open world games are everywhere nowadays. Red Dead Redemption 2 is yet another open world game, but we might need to classify this one as its own genre. Rockstar created a world that is unlike any other. The thing that jumped out to me right off the bat is how beautiful the Wild West looks. This game has the greatest graphics I've ever seen, but that's not even close to what makes Red Dead 2 special. In the future, new games will release, and obviously the graphics will get better, but Red Dead 2 will always stand out as a groundbreaking title due to how dynamic the world is. In Red Dead 2, everyone remembers. The way that you interact with characters in this game is incredibly realistic. There are these little touches, like when a bartender recognized me for my last bar fight and told me to stay out of trouble. Little things like that just stood out to me. It is scary how much artificial intelligence has improved over the years. When you're in the middle of an intense shootout, your enemies will make great use of cover and gain up on you if you're outnumbered, trying to get the best angle possible to shoot you down. The main reason Red Dead 2 stands out as the leader of its genre is not just because it has the most stuff to do, but instead, it's because of the variety of those things to do, and it makes everything feel so fresh. It's just a world that you get lost in. One moment I'm just going through the main campaign, and then another second I'm fighting off bounty hunters, or I'm robbing a train, or just going to the bar. There's no limit to what you can do in the Wild West. The way I see it, there's two types of gamers. People who get lost in the main story, and others who get lost in the open world. The good news is that Red Dead offers an amazing experience for both types of gamers. As a Rockstar game, the same company that created GTA, they put a lot of love and care in their games. I went over how GTA 5's mission structuring was genius, and Red Dead 2 adopted a lot of the same elements. The reason I never got bored of Red Dead was due to the variety of these missions and how each one outdid itself as you go further into the story of main character Arthur Morgan. Many missions will give you the option to either go in guns blazing or to sneak around in a more Metal Gear style. You're an outlaw, so you make your own rules out here in the Wild West. You're going to be doing some crazy stuff, like chasing down a train to robbing a bank and having the entire town go after you. You will find yourself continuously upping the ante, making each hour seem that much crazier. You're going to be going against rival gangs, the law, and other colorful characters. As you progress through the story, the situations get more and more brutal. The story of Red Dead doesn't glorify your run-and-gun nature as an outlaw. Killing and thieving is bad, but for better or for worse, that's what you do. Throughout your journey, there will be tough decisions you'll need to make, and that will directly correlate with how the story plays out. This made me feel more connected to Arthur because it's almost as if he was an extension of myself. My choices affected the game, and that's awesome. The first Red Dead game felt a bit lonely. It was nearing the end of the cowboy era, so there was this feeling of isolation. This Red Dead is a prequel, so you're surrounded by other fellow cowboys. The world is just so much more alive. You have your own camp filled with people where you can hang out with the crew, party, help donate funds to make your camp stronger, play dominoes, play some poker. There's no reason to have a real life outside of this video game. It's the little things that jump out, little realistic touches. When you're in a condensed forest, the horses will slow down in anticipation of hitting branches. In open fields though, they'll gallop away. You can even grow a beard over time, like a real-life hunk cowboy. Most of the traveling will be accompanied by your loyal steed. Make sure you keep a horse reviver on you at all times though, because if your horse dies, your horse dies. There's no respawns for your horsey, so you need to treat your horse with respect, especially if you paid a lot of money for it. If you're used to GTA and just causing ruckus all willy-nilly, the Wild West is a lot more unforgiving. If you're a troublemaker, you'll probably want to wear a mask to hide your identity, otherwise the law remembers, and you'll have a bounty on your head. If you're unfortunate enough to face a bounty, no worries, you can always just pay it off at the post office. I haven't reviewed the multiplayer yet because obviously it's not out yet, but I'm willing to bet that Rockstar did this intentionally, and it's genius when you think about it. They're aware that some reviewers are going to be pissed off about microtransactions, including myself. Red Dead 2 got a lot of well-deserved perfect scores across the web, and some reviewers view this game as the best game of our generation. I'm willing to bet that Rockstar didn't want to risk hurting its score by releasing a multiplayer that's focused on microtransactions. Yet. Trust me, they will go for the money and ruin their multiplayer experience. There's just too much money to be made for Rockstar. They made an amazing single player experience, and it will entice anyone to buy, and you should buy, it really is that great. That does not mean that they will provide the same love and care for their multiplayer, and I have a feeling that they're going to do the same exact thing that they did for GTA. They're going to milk the multiplayer experience for as long as they can. The microtransactions speak for itself. Regardless of this controversial topic, if you're looking for a game that will just consume your life, there's really nothing better than Red Dead 2. If you're like me and you're more into just missions, the story alone takes around 40 hours to complete. That's not even factoring in all the side quests and activities that you can do during your playthrough. I looked it up and it will take over 200 hours to complete everything that this game has to offer. That is crazy. The game designers put so much love and care into this game that no matter what you're doing, it's an amazing experience. The missions alone are so intense that you'll feel almost fatigued at times, so I highly recommend just taking in the scenery and enjoying everything this game has to offer. From fishing to hunting some grizzly bears to getting a drink with the boys. If you own a PS4 or an Xbox One, and I think this game is going to come out for the PC, not positive, but I assume they will because it's money, this game is a must-own. It was made with every type of gamer in mind. Whether you're just into a deep story or you love taking in an open world experience, both forms of gaming are welcome in Red Dead 2.
Animals.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Nobody. I'm talking to nobody.
What did you say?
What?
I said, what did you say?
Get lost, buddy. Shut up, mister.
Yeah, shut your mouth, mister.